Good morning. Let's run the 5K together. Oh, look at that sunset. How beautiful. It's so pretty. I'm just getting ready. It's a little after 6 and I'm getting ready for the morning. Okay, I've got the 5K flat lay. That rhymes. Yep. Anyway, I've got my Rapunzel running dress and all of the components that I will wear under it. Shorts, undies, sports bra, bib for the 5K, these new bib boards, very cute, and look at this cutie patootie Minnie Mouse ears, super cute, and of course I've got my glow bun. So I am all set with that. Additionally, I've laid out the other things, my road ID, which will go on my wrist, things that will go in my pocket. This will come in the car, depending on how damp the ground looks in the parking lot. I may or may not bring it to the crowd to sit on. I've got my Power Beat Pros, my DJI Pocket 2 camera, my Gym Boss interval timer. This is to make my signature sock button for running. My breakfast I'm going to bring with me. Ooh, I need the plastic bag. Don't forget the plastic bag. Target to the rescue. I've got a plastic bag there. I started doing this with Marathon Weekend this year and bringing a plastic bag just like that you get from the store, and I tuck it, and I fold it up real small, and I tuck it into my pocket after I've eaten my breakfast in the corral. That's what I carry my breakfast in with. And then it's just a good place to put the snack box and the Powerade and the water bottle that they give you after the race, and you're walking out carrying all those things and trying to take pictures and stuff. So there's that. Wallet, keys, yes, helpful. Shoes are ready to go with socks, body glide for the feet. And you don't really need that for the 5K, but why not? And my toe separators. This is a bag to put everything, just to bring it to my car. And then I don't know which external layers I want to bring in the morning. I'm going to make a call in the morning. I will step out on the balcony and see what feels right. But I have 4 different tops to choose from, as well as a whole lot of gloves, arm warmers, the whole shebang. So we'll see what I want to bring for a toss away in the morning, if I need anything at all. I will bring a sweater for the car, so that I can wear afterwards. And yeah, oh my goodness, I'm excited. Very excited and ready to go.
Early the next morning.
Good morning. Okay, the ears are a little much, but you know what? It's princess. I don't wear a crown, I wear mini ears. It's fine. Obviously, I'm Rapunzel bounding. I don't know if that's the right terminology, you guys. I'm just using it. So these dresses are the best to run in. I've got my little bike shorts on. I've got my ultras with my little balloons for the adventures out there. I'm using the Crown Athletics magnetic bib boards for the first time, which I'm a little uncertain about, but for the 5K, feels okay. It asks like where I put things. I've got pockets, so I've got chapstick, salt sticks in there, and my phone will go in there, and the ears, of course. I mean, they're very cute. But yeah, that's the fit. There she is, and I've got my stuff, and I'm ready to go. I woke up before my alarm again today, just like I did yesterday for the yoga, because I was just so excited. But I still got just about 7 hours of sleep, so that feels good. It's steamy out there. We're gonna have a good time. Let's go run the 5K. Good morning. Back in Epcot parking lot. Familiar sight with the sparkly ball in front. It's a steamy one, very steamy. I am so glad I brought my throwaway though, because I just remember the yoga yesterday. It was just as steamy, but chilly still. So I'm glad to have it in my bag. But I'm excited. It's gonna be a good one. I'm already having fun. Just took 3 steps out of the car, so here we go. I don't know if you can hear it, but they're playing my song. Rapunzel song. Almost a ball. Oh, it's green. how green it is. Volunteers are hard at work setting up the hydration chute already. You can see them setting up the metals down there too, I think. I mean, or maybe the metals. I don't know where they set up the metals actually, but man, this is an operation, you guys, for real. We're heading into the start area. Setting up the snack boxes. Oh, it's just a lot to do, isn't there? Nice. Hang out for you. They have some character stops. There's long lines. I may check that out after.
Normally there's a long class to explain the character to me.
I'm gonna head to the start now. They're not letting people in yet, but soon.
The monkey also has a jacket.
Must be here extra early today. I'm like at the front of the crowd. Never happens. Take it.
Smells like this is not what it's like when I go to you. I'm surprised people didn't get it.
About the runDisney series because you can really pick what you want to do as a goal.
So we operate in hospitals all across the country, in deliver toys, hospital gowns.
Folks, and send them on their way. We'll do it together. And 3, 2, 1, go!
a medal in a bag. It's a medal in a bag. I can't show it to you. I thought they might give us cool towels since it's so humid, but they are not. It's okay. Here she is. I got her out of the bag. Got a closer look inside when I do my recap. Ooh, I ran a little faster than I meant to. Whoops. Time to hydrate. They're still sending people from the start line. My goodness, it's 5:50. Wow. Anyway, we'll go get our snack box. Like nobody ever goes through this lane. Give you a snack box and a banana. Got all those bananas. Okay, so if you watched any of my other Run Disney videos, this is the same setup they've been using in recent years. It's very good organizationally, so I guess that's why they stick with it. But you go through the hydration chute, as I call it, after you get your medal, after you cross the finish line. Then you go through the snack chute. Then they shuttle you through, shuttle's a new word. They channel you through gear check. There's porta potties everywhere. And then there's stands to usually go get your post-race photo. So that's where the resort buses pick up. And they're organized obviously by resort. And this is where you get your photos taken with your medal. That's what I'm gonna do. So here's where you can take pictures. They have Jasmine. Oh, they have Mickey. Prince Mickey. Who else? They have Ariel.
You could have lied. You could have made something up.
I'm gonna get mine for one. I like to do this at the 5K because it's still so early and I have energy. We've got Ariel, Snow White, and the carriage.
Well, you're gonna go.
That's the front stage. I think I'm gonna do Mickey. Mickey was so cute! That was so fun! Okay, we're gonna go to the parking lot. Chat in the parking lot. That's what we do, we chat in parking lots. So they have a spot where you can buy food and drinks when you're done. Look at it. Celebratory beer or champagne. They don't really have like a lot of food if it's just the same as it usually is, yeah. They just have like a few little snacks. But that's it, heading out to the parking lot. We'll see the kids on the course. I didn't film a lot of the people, but there were a lot of princess costumes and kids. So cute. Okay, I'm in a spot where there's not a lot of people behind me, but there is this spaceship Earth doing orangey things right now. Such a good one. Very warm. And they said it's supposed to get warmer for the next 2 days, so I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit for that. Drink a ton today. Ton of water only, and like electrolytes. Lots of hydrating today. Make sure I get a solid meal or two in. Here's the thing, you guys, I never look at where I park. I'm too excited and it's 3 a.m. But I've said this over Marathon Weekend, I'll say it again. Leave an air tag in my car and it's much easier to find it when I can't remember. So I just use the Find My app on my phone and I can find it. When did they rename the parking lots? Look, you can still see it, Discover. Huh. Alright, well, we've got Find My car to my rescue. Because still can't tell you where I parked. But apparently it's in this lane, so almost there, following the map. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got. I put the Powerade in my fridge and I'm drinking a cold Gatorade I already had in there. Let's see what we got this time. Ooh, I spy with my little eye something different than Marathon Weekend at least. What are these? A Fruit Bowl treat mix. Nut-free mix. Interesting. The cheese. Blech. Some people love it. I'm not going to hold it against you. Okay. These pretzel sticks they had at Marathon, they were really good. I remember these sunflower seeds from springtime, I think, and last year. And yay! Another honey stinger to add to my collection. These are the best. The best. Had that for breakfast. Dun, dun. What's a whole new world. A dazzling place I've never been. I have been, but not in a long time. Actually, this is my first Princess 5K ever. I have the medals from the half marathon for 2012 and 2013. That was the last time I was at Princess Weekend. So this is my first time back in 10 years and doing all 3 races, and I'm real excited about it. It was so fun. The 5K, don't quote me on this, but it seemed exactly the same as the Marathon Weekend 5K for the most part. if not exactly. Fun, very Epcot based. You run about a mile. Actually, I will pop in the course map for you. I have the map on my my run keeper here. But you run the first mile kind of around the start area, kind of behind the parking lots, and then you go through behind Mexico, and you run through World Showcase, coming through like basically next to Mexico, and then through Norway, China, Germany, America, Japan, Morocco, France, all the way around there. So you go over the hump of the bridge, over the international gateway, as they say, down that way, and then kind of like under the, what do they call that, Skyliner? And then back a little bit in the back lot, and then you pop back out, just kind of like right in the middle of the England pavilion, right? And through Canada, and then all the way up through the port of entry area, through the, like, I call it the Epcot chute. That's not really what it's called, but where you can see Spaceship Earth in front of you, the big lit up ball. And it's so fun. You go right past Creations and Connections, and then the usual way out to the finish line, at least in the races that I've done in the last couple of years, is you gotta go back. You go around, what is that called? Mission Space. So you like shoot out of Connections and Creations, that area, and you run right past Mission Space, and that's where the what are they called? The Jaminators usually are. And you go right behind there to the back lot, and down through behind like Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the chute out back to the finish line there. Such a fun course. You're spending most of it in Epcot, which is just the best. So today's field, I would say, felt very different than 5Ks that I've done recently. It felt a little, it was definitely very princessy. Like, I saw a lot of princesses. A lot of people chose to dress in Aladdin themes because of Jasmine's on the Medal. I saw a lot of Jasmines. I saw quite a few Jafars as well. But there was just princesses all around. Obviously, I chose to go with the princess theme too, because why not? I just didn't go. I'm actually wearing Jasmine tomorrow. I didn't coordinate with the medal because I don't know why. I should have. I didn't though. It's okay. I wanted to be what I wanted to be. I will say, like, there was a lot of kids on course, more than I remember in previous 5Ks that I've done. And I love that, and it's so fun. But I also felt like there was a lot of maybe less experienced race runners, and there just was less awareness about proper race etiquette with walking on the right, running on the left, signaling when you're slowing down, running only 2 abreast. I mean, it was just like, felt like there was a lot of people running 4 to 6 abreast or walking that way. I felt like I got cut off at all the photo pass people. And it's like the 5K is always crowded, and you're not gonna get like the awesomest photos. Maybe you'll get like a couple of gems, but it's just crowded because it's a lot of people and it's a short race, and I know that going in. But I'm just like telling you, giving it to you straight from my experience from other 5Ks. It just felt like there was a little less race etiquette awareness. Did that deter from my experience? No. Do I feel cranky about it? Not at all. I'm just simply sharing with you my observations. That being said, it was such a delight to see all of the princesses and little princesses and princes on course. It just makes my mommy heart so happy. I know I'm gonna get questions like, why don't you bring your kids for this? They just wouldn't love this at this stage. If they ever show interest in it in the future, I will cross that bridge if and when we get to it. It's just not, they would much rather I bring them to Disney World separately from the races because they want to do Disney. They don't really want to run in a race and wake up in the middle of the night. I don't blame them. It's not for everybody. But just know that it's not an option for my children. It's just not something they would choose to do right now. But they do, enjoy, like Cece always helps me with my outfits, and the kids like seeing my medals and stuff, and they like seeing the pictures when I get home and stuff. But it's not like they've ever been like, I want to do that too. So it also, just from a single parent perspective, it would be really, really challenging, even if they were participating with me, to bring them. So we'll see with time. You never know. I would be delighted to experience it with them at some point in the future, but we'll leave that open and see what happens. Anyway, super good course, super steamy. Let me see what Runkeeper says that the weather was. 62 degrees. So my watch read like 66 to 68, kind of fluctuating. 100% dew point, 1 mile per hour wind. So essentially, as humid as possible, no wind. So it was sticky. And the race course announcers were saying it's supposed to even get stickier as the weekend progresses and the races get longer. So I'm going to have to be very mindful of that. I am naturally, and I've always been, but especially like post having children, even more so, a sweater. I sweat profusely. I sweat a lot. So I'm going to have to be really on top of my hydration today, making sure that I am really replenishing and then some in anticipation of the next couple of days. And just taking it easy. I have some fun plans today, but mostly be back in the room by 4 and in bed no later than 7 is my general race weekend plan. That gives me time to just like chill, take a nice bath, all of that. Character stops, I only saw, I want to say 3 or 4. I saw the Prince Naveen and Louis, the crocodile from Princess and the Frog, but I didn't see Tiana, but I saw in other people's stories that Tiana was there, so maybe they just like took turns. There was, who else? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on who I saw. But they picked like princessy people. I did see Donald dressed in his like prince costume on course. The lines were very long for characters. I generally don't stop, not to say that I never would, but it just doesn't make sense in the way that my body works for me to stop and stand in a line even for like 5 minutes. If it was maybe 1 minute, I would. So we'll see. That it might be something I want to try in subsequent races if that opportunity presents. I just know the 5K is tricky to do that with. So because it's such a concentrated pool, like field of participants, right? And it's just so few character steps because it's just a few miles, right? Let me think what else I can tell you. Epcot was beautiful. It makes my heart sing to run through it. I think for being such a short course, they did a really good job with the race photographers. Just know that they don't put the race photographers they only put them in the parks because that's where the interesting photos are going to happen. They don't put them on the non-park parts of the course. But for being just in the parks, I thought there was more than adequate number of them. So we'll see how the race photos come back. It's too early to see them just yet, but they're usually up and available for you by the like mid to late afternoon of that race day. And you look for those using your bib. I might do like a little Instagram tutorial on how to find your race photos. I was thinking about that because I always forget and have to look, so it's helpful for me to even have it for my own remembering. But yeah, it was really good. What happens now after 5K is it's just 7. I mean, I've been back in the room for a minute, so I am going to do a quick stretch, like a 10-minute stretch, and then take a shower and just clean off the situation because I am just a sweaty mess. And then I will I have to actually get some work done and do like a really nice stretchy yoga practice and eat a little bit. I'm not at all hungry. I had basically a full breakfast in the corral before I went. What I've been doing since this race season is banana, little tub of peanut butter, which is approximately like 2 tablespoons, I think, if you're interested in portions, and then a honey stinger waffle. And if you are not dipping your honey stinger waffles in peanut butter, you are missing out, my friend, because it is fantastic. So I have that in the corral about an hour before start, and so I'm not hungry at all now, but that's good to fuel me. So I'll be hydrating, I'll be alternating water and electrolytes for the rest of the day, and I will go to Disney Springs when they open. So I have a couple of hours until then. So I'm hoping to hit up Gideon's today. It's my favorite. You can go to Gideon's as early as 9 to get in line. They open the Disney Springs at 9, but none of the stuff in the Springs opens until at least 10. And I know Gideon's opens at 10. So that's what I like to do on 5K day, because that's the morning when I have the most energy and I don't mind waiting in another line, you know, so it makes sense. So I'm gonna get my Gideon's. I'll get a cold brew. I'll probably get myself a slice of cake because I always treat myself to that, and I just try not to eat too much of the icing, but I let myself live a little because you know what? It's a treat and you gotta treat yourself, right? And I'll walk around a bit, and then I have some other plans this week today. And then, like I said, I'll be back in the room by 4. I'll probably do another low-key stretch / yoga practice, I'm not sure, and soak in the tub and get myself in bed. And what I've been doing lately in terms of nutrition is I will have probably the pretzels and the sunflower seeds from the box in the next half an hour or so. I will, drink all the fluids, and then I'll go to Gideon's and I'll get my cold brew, and then I'll do like a really, really big meal for lunch somewhere. Like a really big meal, like a starter and a main course for lunch. And then I will just have snacks later in the room. I was thinking actually it would be nice to have like a little, I've been looking at these like little blender bottles, these like portable blender bottles. Do you know what I'm talking about? I see them in my Instagram ads sometimes. I was thinking that would be like a nice race thing to have, race weekend thing to have, but to have like a little protein shake and like some pretzels before I hit the hay. And yeah, that's my general plan. So that's it for the 5K. I love the medal. I think this is a really solid, beautiful medal for a 5K. Like, you're not getting this at another 5K somewhere else. I mean, maybe you are, but this is not the norm. So I'm really excited about this. I think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to run 10K with you tomorrow. That will be its own video, so I'm going to say goodbye to you here, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for the 5K. I had so much fun running with you. I tried to film a lot of the course. We'll see what I got, but it's just fun. It's so fun. I would encourage anybody who's even the slightest bit intrigued to just like give it a shot. If it's in the budget, if it's in your time schedule, like if you can swing it on all fronts, 5Ks are such a great way to dip your toe into runDisney or any running, but I'm partial to runDisney. It's just such a fun vibe. People really go all out with the costumes, and it's a very festive vibe, and it's short and sweet and all park and just fun. So that's my spiel. Thank you for running with me today, and I will see you next time. Happy running, my friends. Take very good care. Bye.